Live from the Rivers Street Ale House. Welcome to Mountaineer Talk, presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge on the Appalachian Sports Network from Learfield. Coming up, 60 minutes of Mountaineer football conversation and your chance to hear from head coach Shawn Clark. Mountaineer Talk is brought to you by the Allen Tate Companies. Allen Tate is your real estate home team and the official realtor of App State Athletics. When you're ready to buy or sell a home in the High Country or anywhere in the Carolinas, give Allen Tate a call. Pepsi. Grab a Pepsi and some friends and get in the game. Pepsi, the official soft drink of your App State Mountaineers. And by UNC Health Blue Ridge, moving healthcare forward. Now, to get things underway, here's the voice of the Mountaineers, Adam Witten.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Mountaineer Talk. Special Monday night edition from Rivers Street Ale House here in Boone, as the Mountaineers celebrate a homecoming win over Southern Miss this past Saturday. Monday night show this week, Monday night show next week, and then after that, we'll be back to our normal Tuesday night schedule for Mountaineer Talk. But the show format is still the same. Shawn Clark is here. We'll talk to the head coach of the Mountaineers in just a moment. Also, we're going to have our offensive coordinator, Frank Ponce, and our quarterback, Joey Aguilar, on the show a little bit later on this evening. As always, if you want to be a part of the program, you can do so in a variety of ways. You can use the hashtag Mountaineer Talk on Twitter. You can email us mountaineertalk@gmail.com. You can use our text line 828-295-2063. And if you're watching along on our Facebook live stream, leave a comment and we will get to as many of our audience questions in the second segment of our show later on tonight. All right, Coach, how you doing?
Doing great.
Great to be here after a win.
No, awesome. Another great crowd here. Again, thank you guys for your support. It's been a great week, and again, it's great. It's good to come back after a win. Our players really worked their tails off over the last 2 or 3 weeks, and all their hard work came to fruition. So now it's on to Marshall.
All right, got a lot I want to ask you about in terms of this game. But first of all, tell us a little bit about the close of this game. What an amazing fourth quarter. Southern Miss came in, they played well. They had a different game plan. They had new play callers. They ran the ball well. And then you guys kind of took over in that fourth quarter. Tell us how that one unfolded on Saturday.
Well, first and foremost, we got to thank the students and the fans. Again, another sold-out crowd at the Rock, and it's great for recruiting. It's great for everyone. But just, again, you mentioned this earlier. They had a few days off. They switched offensive coordinators. Their head coach goes to play calling duties. And, again, we weren't sure exactly what they were going to do, so we had 2 plans going into the game, and they were able to run the football quite a bit on us. And that's all we had to get corrected. Anytime a team rushes for 300 yards, that's not good. But our guys are just one gap away from have a great showing. So, but you talk about the fourth quarter, it was great. I mean, our kids came out. We never flinched. Our kids continued to fight, and gave us a chance to win there at the end of the game. So, again, proud of our team for the way they competed.
All right, can you tell us how it unfolded to put in the defensive alignment that we saw? We saw what was called the star alignment, where you had Caden Sullivan playing inside, normally that outside anchor position. You had 5 defensive backs out there for defense. What went into that game plan, and what did you think about how it worked out on Saturday?
Well, again, we want to put our best players on the field, and we can't pigeonhole into one position. You can only play one position, get our best athletes on the field, and we put that in on Monday night, and Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday we practiced it, and then went through the game plan. And again, I think our guys played well. Look at EJ. Again, he hadn't played all year and had 11 tackles. Yeah. Again, that's another guy to come in and give us a good push there, if you will, to give some plays called. But I think Coach Sloan and his staff have done a great job putting our guys in position to make plays, and we made plays throughout the game. Now, is there room for improvement? Yes, there is. But overall, very pleased where we are. Now we'll continue to grow in this package. What
happened in the running game? You ran for over 100 yards in that fourth quarter. What was it about? Was it stick-to-itiveness? Was it endurance? Kanye Roberts mentioned the word endurance in his post-game interview. What was it that led to more success in the running game as it went on into the fourth quarter?
Well, the running game was opened up by the passing game. And Joey was 23 for 33 for 391 yards and 4 touchdowns. And then whenever you can throw the ball down the field and make those guys cover, the box gets lightened up. And then Coach Ponce, he stayed true to who we are. We ran the football, and then that one run with Kanye, he was just patient, read his keys, and when the hole opened, he put his foot in the ground and went. So very proud of Kanye. He continues to get better and better as the week goes on. He's still a redshirt freshman, and he's getting better as it goes on. With Nate being banged up right now, Nate's kind of stepped into the forefront, and he's the guy right now. We got some Anderson Castle's coming back this week, which will be a big push for us with Amani and Haywood. So we have a good room in the running backs, and we'll continue to get better.
You know, we got a couple of these questions during our post-game show, and I want to ask you about the strategy at the end of the game, the last drive that set up Christian Horn's touchdown. You had 4th down. You had to run a play there, or you could kick a field goal. So you decide to run an offensive play and throw it into the end zone. And then after that, you decide to take a knee on the 2-point conversion. It made a lot of sense, but we got questions about it, so maybe you can take us through the decision-making there.
Yeah, you're up 4. And again, we throw a 3rd down. We complete the ball, and we fumble the ball. So again, it's 4th and 5, maybe 4th and 4 if it was. And again, we're up 4. If we kick a field goal, what can go bad? We've been there before, right?
We've been there. We saw that in Laramie.
You learn hard lessons throughout the way, and they have to drive the field regardless. So we talked about as a staff who says throw it in the end zone. One or two things can happen. It could be a touchdown, a pass interference, and we were fortunate enough we caught the ball, puts us up 10. So instead of kicking the extra point, if they block the extra point and run it back for a 2-point conversion, now it's a 1-possession game.
Right.
So you take a knee, kick the ball off, make them go down and have two touchdowns or 2 scoring drives to win the football game. So we're very confident in that. That's something we do practice. That's the game within the game, and our kids know what we're going to do at the exact same time. We have calls for those situations, and our kids executed.
Yeah, and so that allowed the lead to remain 10. They had, 6 seconds left after the kickoff. Not enough time to make up a 2-score game at that point, but yeah, I mean, they're never easy, right? They always come down to the final seconds no matter what's happening. What were you thinking on the sideline as that was going on? You had, Kanye goes out of bounds to stop the clock, the fumble on the 3rd down. What was going through your head during those moments?
We had to change our mindset as coaches, with all the bad things that have happened, the bad bounces we've had. And I told myself, hey, no matter what happens, we're going to win this football game. And we were trying to get that echoed down the line to our coaches, to our players. And our kids had great confidence in what we're going to do. So there was no doubt in my mind we're going to the football game. It was about how many points?
You had 2 offensive linemen go out in that game. We saw Thornton Gentry go out at left tackle just before halftime. And then Jack Murphy goes out, comes back into the game. But how were you handling the situation at offensive line where you had guys go out and you had to move some guys in and move them around and things like that?
Well, the good thing, every Thursday we have a pregame meeting. So we know the rotation. If this happens, who's going to go in the game? Now, once you get to 2 and 3 linemen, now you start having issues. But, again, I think Coach Cummings did a great job. Those guys practiced that position, so it wasn't a big change in some ways. Markel's played a lot of football there at the left tackle position, and then with Jack going down, he got banged up there, and so we put in another guy. So it is what it is, and this is the time of year everyone's banged up. It's just not us, it's everyone across college football. So that's why you keep practicing, you build depth, and we were able to get through that game.
All right, the Mountaineers win it 48-38 over Southern Miss on homecoming Saturday. And now the Marshall Thundering Herd rolling up the mountain for a night game. Saturday, 6 o'clock, App State and Marshall. Weather looks great again. I know it's not going to be great the next couple of days here in Boone, but when Saturday rolls around, fantastic weather for another sold-out crowd at the Rock. All right, Coach Clark's comments tonight brought to you by Blue Ridge Energy, powering a brighter future. When we come back on tonight's show, we'll get to your questions for head coach Shawn Clark. So go ahead and send them in now. We'll get to as many of them as we can in our next segment. We're live tonight at Rivers Street Ale House in Boone. Come on back for more Mountaineer Talk presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge right after these messages.
Works around the clock to deliver power to our members when and where you need it. From the professionals behind the scenes to the linemen who weather the storms, our team is charged up and ready to meet the needs of our members. Because at Blue Ridge Energy, we're proud to be a part of the high country community and proud to carry on the tradition of partnering with App State. Go Mountaineers!
Go App!
Straight forward to the 15, to the 10, stiff arms to the 5, tiptoes to the end zone!
This is App State football from Learfield.
App State's top-ranked online MBA is designed for you. It's a flexible, accredited, part-time program that works with your busy schedule and allows you to earn your MBA in 2 years. Learn online from the same faculty who teach on campus with the unmatched personalized interaction and support we're known for at Appalachian. Your App State MBA is within reach, wherever you are in life. Take the next step. Apply today for spring, summer, or fall admission at appstate.edu.
Tired of sitting on the sidelines because of nagging shoulder, hip, knee, or back pain? Let App Ortho get you back in the game. Offering advanced treatments for shoulder, hip, knee, and back pain, App Ortho offers same-day appointments and telehealth visits. App Ortho is also the official sports medicine and orthopedic provider for App State Athletics. Stop sitting on the sidelines and call App Ortho today. 828-386-2663 or visit apprhs.org.
Till 8 o'clock, special Monday night edition of Mountaineer Talk. We'll also be back here next Monday night before we get back to our regular Tuesday schedule. We're here with head coach Shawn Clark, and we're going to get to some of your questions now. They're coming in on our Facebook live stream. You can also tweet in your question, hashtag Mountaineer Talk. You can email your question, 828 or mountaineertalk@gmail.com. You can text in your question at 828-295-2063. Coach Clark's comments tonight, powered by Blue Ridge Energy, powering a brighter future. Okay, let's see. Neil, raise your hand, man. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Neil asked great questions. He wants to know about the development of Santana Hopper and Caden Sullivan. Santana Hopper's made a big impact this year, getting a lot of significant snaps, and Caden Sullivan, especially playing a different position on Saturday. What can you tell us about those two guys?
Yeah, I'll start with Santana. He's still a redshirt freshman as well, and he played 16 snaps last year. He's already up to almost 200 snaps this year, and it's really how he lives his life. And again, he's doing all the right things. He's doing great in his academics. He's doing great in the weight room, and that goes off and also into the playing field. And really, it's how you practice is how you're going to play. And he's been hard to go against all year long. And then with Caden Sullivan, he's played safety. He's played the anchor position. Now he's played an inside linebacker. He's a great player. He has the FBI, the football intelligence, and he made some big time plays that really, in the sack, that was just his instinct taking off. Yeah. And he was supposed to cover the running back, but he sees a hole, he shoots the hole, and that's a game-changing play. Mm-hmm. I mean, look at that. It's a sack fumble there on the 1 yard line. The next play, we score the touchdown. So we're down 3. So very happy with those players. Again, it's still two young players who have a bright future here at App State.
All right, thank you for the question, Neil. Keith chimes in, says, I'm a big fan of deferring to the second half when we win the toss. However, have you considered taking the ball if we win the toss to get the offense going early?
We have. We've considered everything to get off to a faster start. But, to be able to defer and get the ball in the second half, there's thought process behind that. And, again, if you get the ball in the second half, if you can score right before halftime, get the ball and score again, you kind of double them up in points. So that's the thought process behind it. And again, we've had discussions, but we're still probably going to defer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we got the ball first against ODU and didn't score on the first drive either. So, yeah, I mean, it's I'm always a fan of the same thing. If you can you totally swing the middle late. If you can score at the end of the half, get the ball back in the third quarter. So John chimes in. This question also came in on Twitter a couple days ago with the hashtag Mountaineer Talk. A couple different varieties of this one, which is, why have we become so much of a second half team in conference play? This kind of goes to what you're talking about in terms of, what do you do when you win the coin toss? You want to get the offense going or what? But can you offer any kind of explanation as to why we seem to turn it on late in these games?
No, I wish I had the answer. if I did, be a lot better football coach. No, but it goes back to, we've had some slow starts, but the one thing I say about our players is they're resilient. They never stop fighting. They keep on working to the very end. Whenever you play App State, it's going to be a 60-minute game, and that's just who we are right now. But our kids continue to fight. And they have a lot of confidence. You look back, and we're playing our best defense and our best offense in the fourth quarter right now. Again, you like to play all 4 quarters, but if you had a chance to, what quarter do you want to play your best in? The fourth quarter is where we want to be.
Okay. Let's see. Warren on our Facebook live stream. Facing a tough Marshall team, what will be more crucial, our offense or defense this Saturday?
D, all the above.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the start of their season, they start off 4-0, beat Virginia Tech, take NC State right down to the wire. Then, again, they've had the injury bug as well, so it's going to be a great opponent. They have great athletes in their football team. Their quarterback, Ali, as their running back, he was one of the best in the conference. They have a big offensive line. Their defensive line is huge again, just like Southern Miss. Yep. They're 300-plus pounds. They have a great team speed. So we're watching tape right now as we speak. The coaches are back in the office. That's where I'll go right after this to get working back on the game plans. But there's not a lot of gimmies when you go against Marshall. Just the tradition they have, the history they have in their program, and it's going to be a great battle. It's a battle I'm glad we're playing again. They're in our conference in the Eastern Division, and they're going to travel well down to Boone, and we're going to have a great fan base here as well this weekend, so it's going to be another sold-out crowd here at the Rock.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Trevor, as you touched on this in the first segment in terms of Anderson Castle being back and ready to go, what will that do for the running back room?
That gives us a boost. And Anderson, he's one of our leaders on our football team. He's a local kid here from Tauga High School, and Anderson was the number 2 running back coming out of fall camp. And he got injured in the last scrimmage, the first play of the last scrimmage, and just to watch how hard he's worked to get back to playing shape. He got back a few weeks ago. They had shin splints, and now he's going to be on all special teams, and he'll be running the football on Saturday. Yeah,
that'll be a huge boost for our running backs, huge boost for the team. App State and Marshall coming up on Saturday, 6 o'clock. All right, if you have more questions, go ahead and get them in here in just a bit. We're going to talk to offensive coordinator Frank Ponce. We're also going to visit with quarterback Joey Aguilar. But up next, we will talk about the Marshall Thundering Herd, break down the team that'll be coming up to Boone on Saturday night, 6 o'clock. The rivalry renewed again, App State and the Marshall Thundering Herd. First, a reminder that Alan Tate is the #1 real estate company in the Carolinas and the official realtor of App State Athletics. Whether you're looking to buy or sell a home in the high country or anywhere in the Carolinas, give Alan Tate a call. We're live tonight at River Street Ale House. Come on back for more of Mountaineer Talk, presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge, right after these messages.
On game day,
Team down. Go App State!
Pepsi, proud sponsor of Mountaineer football and believer in Lucky fans everywhere. Pepsi, made for football watching.
Coverage of Mountaineer football continues after these local messages. This is the Appalachian Sports Network from Learfield.
You, nature lover. Ever heard of us? We're Boone, North Carolina. High up in the Blue Ridge Mountains, with vistas that go on forever. Adventure that never stops, and challenges you've yet to try. We've got every outdoor pursuit you can imagine, and cozy lodging. Explore Boone.
Mountaineer football is back, which means it's time to fire up those grills and tailgate. The grilling experts at Appalachian Energy and G&B Energy would like to remind you of a few helpful tips when heading out to your cookout this season. Remember that it's okay to bring your own sauces. Always expect the grill master to provide meat, but bring your own sides and beverages. And last but not least, do not touch the grill. For more grilling tips and to learn more about Appalachian Energy and G&B Energy Tailgater of the Year contest, visit us at gbenergy.com.
You're tuned into Mountaineer Talk, presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge. Now, time to hear more from head coach Shawn Clark and your host, Adam Witten.
All right, welcome back to the show. It is Mountaineer Talk live on the Appalachian Sports Network. We're coming to you from River Street Ale House in Boone. Again, we'll be back next Monday night as well because we got home basketball next Tuesday. So we'll have Monday night next week and then back to our normal Tuesday night schedule. All right, Coach Clark's comments tonight brought to you by Blue Ridge Energy, powering a brighter future. We will get to the Marshall Thundering Herd in just a moment, but it is that time of the show to discuss the official beef of App State football. That, of course, Goddard Family Farms beef, featuring a premium farm-to-table product, sustainably grown in the heart of the mountains, shipped directly to your door. You and your tailgate can now have the beef that fuels the black and gold on game day. Visit GoddardFamilyFarms.com for all the details on how to hashtag eat like a Mountaineer. All right, I got a question for you related to steaks. So let's say you've done your duty and you've picked up from Goddard Family Farms a nice sirloin, right? That's your choice cut? Ribeye. Okay, ribeye. If the weather's really cold, like if it's below freezing, will you go outside to your grill or will you go like cast iron skillet on the stove?
No, definitely outside. Get the Primo going and get a good steak there.
You'll bundle up and go outside.
But again, I've ran out of steak. So, Derek, if you're watching this, I need a new supply of Goddard Family Farm steaks. So appreciate you. Wherever you can get them to me, I need them.
Shameless. Totally shameless. All right, let's discuss the Marshall Thundering Herd. Coming in with a record of 4-4 overall after their loss 34-6 at Coastal Carolina. Marshall's been struggling. They started off 4-0, but they've lost 4 in a row coming into play this Saturday. High level, what stands out about this Thundering Herd squad?
Well, I think you start on offense with Fancher, their quarterback. I mean, he's dynamic in some ways. He's a lefty that wears number 14, so I hope he doesn't have as much success as our 14 did. But again, they have Pennington come in, Cole Pennington. That's Chad Pennington's son who played against us back in the 90s. And then I mentioned Ali. He's a great running back, one of the best in the conference. They have a big-time offensive line. Again, they can move the ball downfield, and that's what you worry about. He can beat you with his feet. Again, you can have everybody covered. And he's going to get back in the pocket, move around, make a play at the very end. And that's the scary part about it. And on defense, they have a lot of great athletes led by Owen Porter, their defensive lineman, who was on a cast this past weekend. But that defense goes as he goes. He's a true leader. And they have great linebackers in their corner. I think their corners are excellent. There's some times they can lock you up and go zero blitz on you. So we have to do a great job. Joey has to do a great job of getting us the right protections, get the ball in his hands quick, and give our receivers a chance to make a play. All
right, let me ask you about Cam Fancher because it doesn't look like he's 100%, and Coach Huff said as much after the Coastal Carolina game. But, if he's going to play, he's going to be, especially in a game like this, if he's out there, he's going to play like he's 100%. So he's a dual threat kind of guy. Where does he specifically, because we've seen him now for this will be the second time we've seen him. We saw him in Huntington, and he played well in that game. What makes him so dangerous beyond just the fact that he can run it and he can throw it? What makes him so good, though?
Well, first of all, he's a very tough kid. He was hurt before the JMU game, and then he got banged up in the JMU game and came back. Then he played the first 3 quarters of the Coastal Carolina game, and before they brought Cole Pennington in. But again, just the dynamic runner. He can do the zone read with you, then he can pull it and throw the ball downfield. So he's got a very strong arm. He's got does a great job with his feet. So he's that dual threat quarterback that can give you problems as a defensive coordinator.
Rasheen Ali is averaging over 5 yards per carry. He has 11 touchdowns this season, but he hasn't played in every game. He's played in 7 of the 8 games for Marshall. We've seen him. He was their back a couple years ago, and we've known since the very beginning he was super talented. What makes him so tough to corral?
Well, he's big and fast and strong. When you look at him, I mean, it's in 21 he was a kickoff returner. They ran him back for a touchdown. Then he was out last year with an injury. Then he came back and he didn't play against James Madison, but he's that big running back. He is definitely one of the best running backs in our conference. And when he's healthy, he's tough to bring down. So we have to make sure we rally the football and gang tackle and get 11 halves to the football.
Schematically, what do they look like defensively?
They're multiple. They're 3-4, 4 down, heavy pressure team, and it's high risk, high reward sometimes. So when they do bring that pressure, we have to make sure we run the right routes, have our hots ready to make sure we get the ball out of our hands quick, because they're always going to bring one more than you can block.
Defensively, we in the past, they've had really talented corners that they could just trust to put on an island out there. Gilmore from a couple of years ago really stands out for them. But This year's secondary for Marshall, same kind of philosophy where they're going to try to man up a lot on the outside?
Same philosophy. Then they have J.J. Roberts. He's supposed to be back. He was out with an injury against James Madison, but all signs indicate he's going to play this week. And he's a safety, but he's in a corner's body. He has corner skills. So, again, when they want to go cover zero, they go cover zero and make you get rid of the ball quick. So it's going to be a tough challenge for us, but ones our guys are looking forward to play.
All right, I ask you this question every year, but I enjoy asking you this question every year because you have such a history. Can you put into words now, again, as you're in your 4th year as the head coach, what this particular game means to you, especially now that it's a conference game?
It's a big rivalry game, and people from the 90s remember this. And I know the history of Marshall football from 1970, the plane crash, and how they kind of resurrected their program. I grew up with a kid. His dad, Scott Ellis' dad was Steve Ellis, who was a starting quarterback when they brought the program back. All my friends back home are alumni from Marshall. Yeah. So, again, back in the 90s, there was great football games back in the 90s. I remember in 1994, we won here in the rain. They were ranked number 1 in the country. I think we were ranked 5th in the country. Then we go to Marshall.
The Johnny Smith pick six?
Johnny Smith pick 6. Then we go to Huntington in 1995. We win 10-3.
Yeah.
That's when Dexter Coco had a great game. It's just been great football players. Come back in 1996. That's when they have this receiver.
He's good.
A few people know him, Randy Moss.
He's good.
We were right in it until he decided he wanted to play football. So just a great tradition of program. Again, you think of App State and Marshall, just the history we have with each other. 2 great fan bases. Both fan bases travel well. Again, that's what college football is about. And the Sun Belt did the correct thing, having regional rivalries. I mean, you're looking at 4.5 hours to Huntington from Boone, and that's what football is about. And we're very fortunate here, man. We saw every home game this year. It's going to be a fantastic atmosphere here at the Rock, and, man, we have the best fans in the country. So we need your support more than ever right now, so come out 6 o'clock on the NFL Network. And, again, another chance to put our program on the national stage. So our kids are excited. We have a lot of work to get done this week, but our kids will be ready for the challenge.
I still contend that you spoke this into existence 2 years ago for that Thursday night game when it was a non-conference game, and after the game, what'd you say?
We should play this game every year.
Absolutely.
I think Doug already knew it and didn't tell me. They were coming into it. So, again, it's a great game. And one that, you go back to 2020, our kids didn't have any idea about the Marshall rivalry game. We try to explain to them, what kind of game was going to be a tough physical battle. Then we go and got our tails kicked in Huntington. We come back here in 21 and fortunately get a big time win.
Nate goes crazy in the 4th quarter.
Yeah. Then you go back there. It was a 1 possession game down in Huntington. So. Yeah. It's a great college football game, and to me, this goes up with some of the greatest rivalries in all of college football. The Florida-Georgia, Auburn, Alabama, the Marshall-App State rivalry is one for the books.
You going to eat you a little Tudor's biscuit before the game or something?
I talked to a sports reporter today from Charleston. Supposed to bring me down a Peppy,
all right.
Peppy with cheese.
There you go.
That's my NIL deal for the week.
Nice.
Tudor's Biscuit World.
We'll see you on Saturday.
Thanks, Adam.
Appreciate you, man. That's Shawn Clark joining us on the program tonight. When we come back, we'll visit with our offensive coordinator, Frank Ponce, and later, quarterback Joey Aguilar. We're live at River Street Ale House for more of Mountaineer Talk, presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge, right after this.
App State takes a team effort to deliver winning results on the field and off. At Blue Ridge Energy, our team works around the clock to deliver power to our members when and where you need it. From the professionals behind the scenes to the linemen who weather the storms, our team is charged up and ready to meet the needs of our members. Because at Blue Ridge Energy, we're proud to be a part of the high country community and proud to carry on the tradition of partnering with App State. Go Mountaineers!
More and more Mountaineer fans are choosing to go modern at Modern Toyota of Boone. When you buy with Go Modern, you can choose your vehicle, value your trade, pick your payments, apply for credit, even complete your entire purchase online. Or just do the parts you want and pick up where you left off at the dealership. Go Modern puts you in control so you can buy where you want, when you want, and how you want. Get started at moderntoyotaofboone.com. Proud supporter of App State Athletics.
The Mountaineers live here.
That's an App State touchdown!
This is the Appalachian Sports Network from Learfield.
What does it mean to be first for teaching? First, we listen. First, we engage. First, we recognize potential. You have what it takes: the drive, the smarts, and the heart to be the kind of educator who changes and inspires lives. 2 million kids are waiting for you, but first, your journey starts right here. Be first. Be an App State teacher. Learn more at firstteach.appstate.edu.
Serving the High Country for over 40 years, Blue Ridge Realty and Investments is the #1 independent firm in the region. Blue Ridge Realty delivers exceptional results, handling a full range of real estate services, including sales, rentals, management, and development. Selling or buying? Put our trusted team to work for you. Reach us at 877-962-1986 and at BlueRidgeRealty.net. Blue Ridge Realty and Investments is a proud partner of App State Athletics.
All right, welcome back to the show. We are live at River Street Ale House for Mountaineer Talk. Monday night edition, back here next Monday night as well, and then back to our normal Tuesday night schedule. Our thanks to head coach Shawn Clark for joining us in the first half of the program. And now joining us for the first time this season, our offensive coordinator. Say hello to Frank Ponce, everybody. Let's give it up. How you doing, man?
Good. How about yourself?
Welcome back to the show, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, I got to ask you, you took your gap year down at Miami. What is it about this place that just keeps drawing you back in?
The people.
The people.
They're wonderful. Great fans, and the people I work with, starting with the head football coach, the administration, our staff, and the kids. The kids are phenomenal. It's this special breed up here, and we have some shirts that says we're built different.
Yeah.
And they are. These kids are different.
Yeah. And you come back even after being gone for a year, and this place, I can't imagine it changed very much in the short amount of time you were gone, did it?
No, it hasn't changed much. I'll tell you what, there's a lot more people here now. a lot more people moving up to Boone.
Traffic's a little different, yeah.
Yeah, some Miami people too. I've met 3 already.
Yeah, there's a few people from the Sunshine State, no doubt. I'm sure everyone in here would agree with that.
That's right.
But yeah, I mean, you haven't gotten used to the cold though, have you?
Never. It's always cold, and I know what's about to happen tonight.
Dude, tomorrow? What are you going to be wearing out on the practice field tomorrow?
A lot, the heavy jacket.
How many heavy jackets?
Well, I have one that's heated now.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I have one that's heated.
You got a heated coat?
A heated coat.
What do you do, like push a button in there?
Yeah, you press a little button right here by the chest.
And it just starts warming?
Yeah, it's front and back.
It's like your seat in your car?
That's right. Got it on Amazon.
I see people nodding their heads like they know about this. I've never heard about this.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, so we're going to have Joey on the show in just a little bit. Tell us about how he's played this year and how he's progressed now that we're 8 games into the season.
Well, he's been a blessing to our program. He's a wonderful young man, a hard worker. Always learning, always asking questions, trying to get better. And you've seen him at every single game. He's gotten better in some aspect of the game. So obviously he's not perfect. He still wants to get better and eliminate some of the bad decisions he makes out there sometimes. But that's something that we got to keep coaching and working with him. But he's definitely somebody who's going to improve on it and get better the following game. So looking forward to this Saturday that he learns from his past mistakes and corrects them.
Yeah, I mean, let's use the example of the second quarter in the game this past Saturday. Throws the interception, but how does he just seems so unflappable that he can come back, good or bad, and he keeps the same demeanor. Can you explain how he reacts to things like that when he comes off the field to the sideline?
Sure, he has a special quality, and that's that he does not get rattled. He has great poise, and he has short-term memory. So whether it's good or bad, he is on to the next play. And he continues to improve play by play. And if you watch every single game, as the game goes on, he gets better. His decision making gets better, and it's just out there having fun. And like I said, he's just short-term memory, forgets about whatever happened, and he moves on.
How would you describe his arm strength?
It's elite.
Yeah,
it's elite.
Yeah, it seems that way. I mean, to a novice like myself, it seems that way. So I mean, it's as good as you've seen, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been fortunate to been around some good quarterbacks, and some of them have had some great elite arm strength, and Joey's been probably the best one.
Yeah. Specifically in terms of what you see with him on the field, what have you seen in the traits or the things that he's doing out there where you've seen the improvement, where you say he's doing that better in Week 8 than he was in Week 1?
His progression.
Going through his progression?
Yeah, going through his progression and his pass tree and his pass routes. Schematically, understanding the coverage, the defensive front that they're showing from studying film. So he's gotten really good at that. He's gotten better at that. And that's something that we harp on, and I always tell him, I say, listen, you got to understand what they're doing defensively in order to be able to attack them. And he understands that. He comes from a coaching family. Dad's a coach, so he understands the game. I ask him every time, I say, hey, what'd your dad say? I say, Coach, he got on me. So, he gets it at home and he gets it in the office. So, that's something that he's definitely getting coached 24/7, but he's gotten better at that. He's definitely understanding better to get rid of the ball on time and help our offensive line.
Yeah.
We don't want to hold the ball back there. We want to throw it on time and allowing our receivers to be able to catch the ball right off the break.
Yeah. How's Ryan coming along?
He's getting better. Yes, sir. Yeah. He's getting better. Obviously, it's in his throwing hand. So anytime you have an injury and you're throwing hand, whether it's your shoulder, elbow, wrist, fingers, it's going to take a little while because of just you haven't been able to throw a football for a while now, and then you got to catch up to it, and still you're a little bit tender.
Yeah.
But he's getting better, and he's getting stronger. Be able to squeeze the ball has been an issue, but he's out there getting better every single day.
Keeping a good attitude?
Always. Ryan is a fantastic young man, and he knows it's just part of the game.
Yep.
It just happens, so there's nothing you can do about it. Control what you can control and just keep getting better.
Yep. Frank Ponce joining us on the show. We've got one more segment with him. We'll get to some of your questions that are coming in on our Facebook live stream. We'll talk to him about some of your thoughts here in just a little bit. But while we know you're enjoying your time here at River Street Ale House, make sure you also check out Town Tavern Blowing Rock for a great dining experience. They're open for lunch, dinner, and later, and have 19 flat-screen TVs to catch the game. They also boast the largest outdoor dining area in the High Country, so make sure you stop by Town Tavern Blowing Rock on your next trip to the High Country. Tonight we're at River Street Ale House. Come on back for more of Mountaineer Talk presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge right after this.
Covering App State University. With Carolina West Wireless, Mountaineers get the most reliable coverage on campus and across the country with our high-speed nationwide network. We have all the latest devices you want, including Apple and Samsung. We're so confident in the experience you'll have with us, we're offering a 30-day risk-free trial. Carolina West Wireless is proud to be the official wireless provider of the Mountaineers. Go stay connected. Certain restrictions or conditions may apply. See store for details or visit carolinawest.com/terms and conditions.
Welcome to Questions and Answers. I'm your host, Dr. Noah Tall.
Dr. Tall, what was the best-selling candy of 1983?
My buddy and I are thinking about hiking the Appalachian Trail. What kind of gear do we need?
Let me send you to Mass General Store.
From favorite candies and gifts for all occasions to nights on the trail, the Mass Store has the answers to your questions. Visit the Mass Store in Valley Cruces, downtown Boone, or online at massstore.com.
Go out.
Straight forward to the 15, to the 10, stiff arms to the 5, tiptoes to the end zone.
This is App State football from Learfield.
From the Blue Ridge Parkway to Mountaineer Game Day. At Boone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we are Jeep Country USA. Stop in today and test drive a great selection of new Jeeps like Grand Cherokee, Wrangler, Gladiator, and Grand Wagoneer. Whether you're tackling adventure or going out on the town, find your new Jeep today at Boone Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, a proud partner of App State Athletics. See our full inventory at 828jeep.com. We are Jeep Country USA.
Hey, this is Dr. Peter Lipscomb with Greystone Eye. For over 50 years, Greystone's mission has been to preserve the gift of sight and improve lives, one patient at a time. Our highly trained team of 13 ophthalmologists, including 7 fellowship-trained subspecialists, provides our Hickory, Lincoln, Lenore, and Boone communities with the highest quality eye care possible. So no matter where or how you're viewing the game, Greystone Eye has you covered. Schedule your next visit with us at 828-322-2050 or at greystone-eye.com.
All right, welcome back to the show. It is Mountaineer Talk, live from River Street Ale House. We're with you until the top of the hour, and we're visiting with offensive coordinator Frank Ponce. All right, let's get to some of your questions that have come in on our Facebook live stream for Coach Ponce. Let's see. What characteristics do you look for when recruiting a quarterback?
Well, the first thing is, number one, we always kind of talk to the high school coach about leadership and what kind of leaders are they? Are they lead by example? Are they vocal leaders? Are they the first one in the weight room, last one out? The work ethics. So we always talk about those things first, and obviously the GPA is important. We definitely want a smart guy behind the center. And the next thing is, now we watch him on film, is he accurate? You know, how accurate is he on film? The velocity of the football, a ball placement down the field, and just being able to see him make all the throws that we're looking for, that we need at this level. And after that, you know, we obviously start talking to the kid, kind of see his personality, see a fit here at App State, and the culture here. So those things are important. And the last thing would be, obviously, sit down with him and have him talk about a little bit about his offense in the high school, and just kind of see if he's a student of the game. Does he understand the game? You know, well, I always like to ask a kid, hey, talk to me about your favorite play. Give me your progression on this play. You know, what are you reading? And that, see how he articulates it.
You want to hear it from them.
Yes, yeah. I want to hear from them. I want to see if he's been listening to his coach and what he understands. And a lot of these kids are very impressive. They can go on the board, and they're as good as our college guys. So once you have that part, then the IQ, the QB, the quarterback IQ is there. And that's number one. And we're in good shape. So, and he's got to be mobile. We ask our guys to do a little bit of running.
Yeah.
You know, and we got to have those qualities nowadays.
Yeah, and you know, I mentioned earlier about arm strength, and while that can be the thing that jumps off the page and gets people's attention, there are so many things. I mean, you mentioned accuracy. I got to imagine accuracies in terms of play on the field, and accuracy's always got to be at the top, right? At
the top, yes, sir. And along those lines is decision making. You know, so. And we don't get to see much of it. We have to usually look at their stats and their completion percentage and their touchdown to interception ratio. So we got to see it because we're not in practice. We can't see those things on a daily basis like their high school coach can as far as decision making. So we got to go based on what we see in the football game when we go watch them one time live, or be able to see this highlight film and see if he's really going to the true progression, the guy that's open there. Because most of the concepts are familiar. We're familiar with, and they're universal, so you know, understand exactly where he's supposed to go with the football.
Yeah. We got a few questions coming in, all kind of revolving around play calling, but I want to ask you about how are you balancing the decisions of pass and run? You know, on Saturday, had tough time running the football through 3 quarters. Joey's throwing the ball really well and throwing it downfield. How are you balancing, okay, I know we got to stay balanced, I know we got to stick to the run, versus Joey's got a hot hand, or Christian Horn's having a big game, which he did on Saturday. How are you balancing the priorities?
Well, it's dictated by the flow of the game. Like you mentioned, they were a little bit heavy in the run defensively to try to stop our run. So we had to alleviate the box for those guys up front. And the only way to do that is throwing the football.
Yeah.
You know, so as a play caller, when you're in this, here at App State, you have fantastic players. You have great players up front on the offensive line. You have great running backs, you have great wide receivers, and you have a quarterback that can throw the football. So you have to get those guys to football. And just works out a lot of times where we'll throw the ball to get our receivers the ball in open space, and at the same time we have to hand the ball off to our running backs because they're very talented. So it kind of works itself out.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. See if we got one more we can get here. All right, Trevor wants to know about team speed. Is somebody out there that just blows away the speed on the offense more than others? Who's the fastest guy out there?
Oh, man, that's tough to say. We got some fast guys. So you have to get them in a foot race, but I think Milan Tucker may be the fastest one.
Okay.
He looks the fastest, so he might be the fastest. But if you ask Coach Dawsey, he said Christian Horn might be the fastest one. So, but we have, you know, Deshaun is a really fast guy. Nate Noel. All these guys are really fast, so that's kind of hard to answer, but if you look at it, I think Milan might be the guy.
They all have breakaway speed, that's for sure. All right. Hey, future Mountaineers, if you're enrolled at one of App State's 9 partner community colleges, you can seamlessly transition to App State after you complete your associate degree. This program includes guaranteed admission, dedicated advising, and coordinated financial aid programs. Check it out at aspire.appstate.edu. Thanks for being here, man. Good to see you.
Appreciate you having me.
Frank Ponce joining us on the show. When we come back, Joey Aguilar takes the stage. That's when we return to River Street Ale House for more Mountaineer Talk, presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge after this.
The law offices forward to a great Mountaineers football season. Coach Clark demands commitment and dedication from his players and staff, just as the law offices of Timothy D. Wellborn provide for our clients. Since 1994, the law offices of Timothy D. Wellborn have helped Mountaineer fans with workers' compensation, Social Security disability, personal injury, and auto collisions. So the next time you need us on your team, call the law offices of Timothy D. Wellborn. You'll know when you need us. Go Mountaineers!
You've already come to know UNC Health Blue Ridge as the home of compassionate and high-quality care. Now, with the opening of our $38 million cancer center this fall and a new 6-story patient tower next fall, UNC Health Blue Ridge has become the standard for growth and innovation. The tower project on our Morganton campus will have advanced critical care patient rooms and a rooftop helipad. UNC Health Blue Ridge, moving healthcare forward for the mountain region. Visit us at unchealthblueridge.org to learn more.
Coverage of Mountaineer football continues after these local messages. This is the Appalachian Sports Network from Learfield.
App State football fans know it takes a team effort to deliver winning results on the field and off. At Blue Ridge Energy, our team works around the clock to deliver power to our members when and where you need it. From the professionals behind the scenes to the linemen who weather the storms, our team is charged up and ready to meet the needs of our members. Because at Blue Ridge Energy, we're proud to be a part of the high country community and proud to carry on the tradition of partnering with App State. Go Mountaineers!
What makes a team legendary? Excellence you can count on, day in and day out. Grit, determination, giving it their all until the final whistle. That's what legends are made of. Like Ford F-Series, the best-selling truck for 46 years and counting. Check out the 2023 Ford F-150 truck at your Carolina Ford dealer and become a fan today. Based on 1977 through 2022 calendar year total sales.
All right, welcome back to the show. We are at River Street Ale House for more of Mountaineer Talk on the Appalachian Sports Network. This next segment brought to you by Alumni Hall, the official online store of App State Athletics. Shop the latest and largest selection of App State apparel, hats, Yeti, and all your tailgating gear by visiting Alumni Hall on King Street, or shop anytime at appstatesports.com or alumnihall.com. Alumni Hall, the ultimate Mountaineer shopping destination. All right, let's give it up for our quarterback, Joey Aguilar, joining us tonight. How are you?
Good.
Is it different being here, not hosting trivia?
Nah, it's regular. I come out here to eat, so.
I got some trivia for you later on in the segment, though, so just be ready for that. Okay, I want to ask you this question. I don't know how many people listened when, or in the audience that heard your conversation on the recent episode of Nothing But an App State podcast, but we always discuss how nothing seems to get to you. You're always even keeled. You know, you never get too up or too down about anything. And I asked you, and I want to hear your answer for the audience. What is something that you get unreasonably mad about?
Like I said in that podcast, I don't really get too mad about none, but I'm a big sneakerhead, so when my little brothers wear my shoes without asking me, especially if they're brand new shoes that I haven't even wore yet, so I kind of get mad that they wear it before me, but other than that, I don't really get too mad at nothing.
And they post it on Instagram too, right? And so that's how you find out.
Post a little selfie, a little Instagram pic in my stuff. So,
all right. So tell us about the experience so far in Boone. How would you put into words what it's been like being in this community, being a part of this program?
I'd say it's amazing. I mean, coming from like a super busy city in an area that got a lot of chaos and a lot of stuff going on, coming out here, it's a lot chill and like you get to. I'd say I found myself a little more out here because I got to like settle down and experience more things by myself since I'm out here without any family and stuff like that. So,
but what was it like though to have your family, so many family members at that first game? Tell us how many family members came to that first game, and they came to that Gardner-Webb game with you kind of telling them, hey, I might not play in this game. So what was that experience like? It
was great. I mean, I had my mom, dad, grandma, 2 brothers, 2 sisters out there in that game. So for them just to come out, even though I told them I might not play, they wanted to come out to see my first college game actually in a big college atmosphere. So just coming out to them, I mean, it meant a lot because that's a far travel and wasn't cheap for them to come out here. So it was just amazing.
Did you have any nerves at all when you got the call to come into the game against Gardner-Webb?
Nah.
None.
Nah.
None at all?
Nah.
Do you get nervous about anything?
Nah, not really.
Nothing?
Nah, I get nervous if, like, I get a notification that I got homework due in like an hour or something.
Okay, we found the one thing that gets you maybe sweating a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned that you kind of found yourself while you were here. What have you enjoyed about just getting out? I mean, up until maybe tomorrow when it's going to get super cold, you've had some opportunity to experience spring and summer and now fall here in the high country. What have you enjoyed doing getting out in our beautiful geography?
Definitely views, floating down the river and just hanging out with like some teammates and stuff like that. And I was gonna go zip lining at this one place. I don't know, I forget what it's called, but it's like it got like zip lining and like a little like off road kind of like little cart thingy.
Yeah,
it seemed pretty cool. But
you ever tried zip lining? Never done it?
Nah, I never done it, but I want to.
What are some other outdoor things that you haven't done yet that you want to do? You said you've done tubing. Are you gonna try skiing this winter?
Yeah, I went snowboarding once in my lifetime. It wasn't too great, but I want to try it
How long
again.
did you last? How long did you last before you wiped out?
Like not even 5 seconds. Yeah.
But you're going to try it again this winter.
Yeah.
Maybe after the season's over. Okay.
Yeah. When the
Okay.
season's over, I'll try it for sure. But I want to go sledding. I want to go like a steep hill sledding, go super fast down. Definitely snowboarding again. I want to try that.
Yep.
But like on a lower hill, I want to go on a big hill. And then skiing. I don't know about skiing. They say snowboarding is better than skiing, so I'll do snowboarding.
Okay.
But.
And try to beat that record of 5 seconds this time.
Yeah, I'll go 6.
All right, we're visiting with Joey Aguilar, our starting quarterback for Saturday's game against Marshall. And the Mountaineers will try to make it 2 straight at home. Saturday night, 6 o'clock will be the game against the Thundering Herd. We'll take one more time out when we come back. We got some more questions for Joey as we return to River Street Ale House for more of Mountaineer Talk presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge right after this.
Hi, folks. This is Felipe. Ninja. I'm an app grad and insurance ninja master. If your insurance company can't make a daggum tackle and is fumbling the ball, you need to give me a call. I study my fine arts at the Catawba River Insurance Group, where we specialize in helping customers all over the Carolinas. Whether it's your home, auto, commercial, a rate problem, or one of those tricky claim problems, don't get sacked by your insurance company. Call me today, 828-818-1320, and let the ninja fight for you.
Mountaineer Talk postgame is presented by Town Tavern Blowing Rock and River Street Ale House, your high country football headquarters. Our great food and drink specials are available throughout the week. Visit us every Thursday for our famous wing night, Mondays for taco night, and Tuesdays for half-price pizzas. Then, as always, we will have all the games on our high-def TVs for a weekend full of football. Come see us at Town Tavern Blowing Rock and River Street Ale House, or our newest restaurant, the Town Tavern of Morganton.
The Mountaineers live here.
That's an App State touchdown!
This is the Appalachian Sports Network from Learfield.
On game day, there's nothing like tailgating, touchdowns, and Twisted Tea hard iced tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth and tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Cool, refreshing, and a 5% kick of alcohol. Twisted Tea hard iced tea. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Keep it twisted. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. Please drink responsibly.
Hey Mountaineer fans, did you know UNC Health Caldwell proudly serves the high country by providing services like women's health, primary and urgent care, cancer care, urology, and more? When you or a loved one receives care at UNC Health Caldwell, count on compassionate, patient-centered care from a skilled team of healthcare providers. For more information on healthcare services from Granite Falls to Blowing Rock, visit www.caldwellmemorial.org.
All right, welcome back to the show. We are with quarterback Joey Aguilar from River Street Ale House. It's Mountaineer Talk presented by UNC Health Blue Ridge. App State Athletics would also like to extend a special thank you to North Carolina's Electric Cooperatives and Window World for their sponsorship of Saturday's football game against Marshall. Thank you for your continued support of App State Athletics. All right, so Joey does some trivia here at River Street Ale House from time to time. I got just one trivia question for you. I'm not gonna batter you too much. What year was the creation of the famed Nike swoosh?
Oh, damn. I don't even know.
Venture a guess.
I'm going to say like 19...
Okay, you're good so far.
63. No. Let's go like 1952.
You were closer the first time. 1971.
I was going to say 72 for some reason, but I didn't.
Commissioned for $35, by the way. That's what someone got paid to create that. So, all right, let's move on. I want to ask you about Saturday's game. First of all, one of the things I asked Coach Ponce is the way that you don't let anything get to you when something happens in a game, whether you throw a touchdown or whether it's an interception. So tell me about the one on Saturday in the second quarter. You come off the field, and how do you react to something like that? How quickly are you putting that behind you, or are you focusing on it to try to learn from it? How do you react to those things?
Yeah, I just try to. Well, I don't try. I do. I just forget about it because if you try to just let that stick on you, it'll like kind of make you a little scared to throw the ball. And for me, I'm not scared. I just throw the ball. So if I'm thinking about this play again, I threw a pick on it last time, it's gonna make me hold the ball longer than what I should. So and every drive, when you say it's a new drive, it's like it's almost like I don't want to say like a new day, but it's like a new time, new chance to go out there and make a play. So if I hold that last play with me, the next drive is gonna cause me to do bad, which caused my team to do bad. So I just flush it and then just try to make the play next time.
So you try to play the game though as though, look, if I play the game afraid to make a mistake, if I go out there worrying about making a mistake, it doesn't allow me to be the quarterback that I am.
Exactly.
Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
How do you develop something like that? Did it take time for you to develop that kind of mentality?
Somewhat. In high school, I used to get really like emotional on stuff like that. Like I throw a pick, I just get like super mad at myself. But when I got JUCO, I kind of just realized like it's gonna happen. Everybody makes a good play or everybody makes a bad play. So you just learn how to flush that out and then just move on to the next one. So when I started doing that, my game just improved because it helped me take chances that I would say scared to take when I used to play. So
yeah. What can you tell me about the last throw to Christian Horn? That was an amazing throw, an amazing catch. You got to have a lot of confidence in those guys that you say, I'm going to throw it down there, and he's one-on-one. I know my guy's going to make a play.
Yeah, so we called the play, and then I asked them, I was like, they said score. And I was like, you want to score? Because it wasn't much time on the clock, so I was like, I thought they were just going to have me like run around and throw the ball out of bounds or something like that. But I asked them, I was like, you want to score right here? And they're like, yeah, like go through your progression. I was like, all right. So I just went out there. I just seen that they were one-on-one over there. And then Seahorn, he was having a day, so just gave him that chance, and he made the play.
Yeah, you do a lot of – you spread the ball around to a lot of different guys every single game. But when you've got someone locked in like Seahorn was on Saturday, are you looking for that a little bit more, or are you always focused on the progressions of that particular play?
Nah, I just look for the progressions on that play. But, if somebody's hot, somebody's hot. So you give them the ball, and then they're going to make a play.
Yeah. All right. In 30 seconds or less, what are the emotions like playing in front of the crowd here at the Rock?
30 seconds or less? Fun. Yeah, fun. It's loud. It'd be loud. It's cool because like you look and everybody like screaming and stuff like that. So in JUCO it wasn't like that. So you turn around like everywhere you go and everybody's yelling and stuff like that. And then yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, give him a show on Saturday.
Yeah, definitely.
Joey Aguilar joining us on the program tonight. Thanks to him. Thanks to Frank Ponce. Thanks to Shawn Clark for being here tonight. Thank you to everybody. What a great crowd for this Monday night show of Mountaineer Talk. We'll be back again next Monday night because of basketball next Tuesday, and then back to our normal Tuesday night schedule. App and Marshall, Saturday, 6 o'clock, 4 o'clock, our pregame show. We will see all of you at The Rock this weekend. Thanks for joining us.
By UNC Health Blue Ridge on the Appalachian Sports Network from Learfield. Tonight's show has been brought to you by the Allen Tate Companies. Allen Tate is your real estate home team and the official realtor of App State Athletics. When you're ready to buy or sell a home in the high country or anywhere in the Carolinas, give Allen Tate a call. Pepsi. Grab a Pepsi and some friends and get in the game. Pepsi, the official soft drink of your App State Mountaineers. And by UNC Health Blue Ridge, moving healthcare forward. The proceeding is a Learfield presentation of the Appalachian Sports Network.